Well, hello, 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 hello. So I'm Angela Odom, and this is Talk Time at the Better You Project. So every Tuesday, we're meeting here to discuss various topics that relate to making you and me a better person, better you. So this is what we're discussing today. This is our agenda. We're looking at. I'm going to just tell you a few things about me, and we'll look at the Better You Project overall. Then we'll go directly into our talk time topic, which is an after action review of my literary lounge book selling opportunity this past weekend. Then we'll wrap up. So I am the founder and CEO of the Better You Project. Basically, we help grown women and men, about 98% women, about a few men. We love men, so we're happy that they're here with us. So we look to help them achieve success in the areas of relationships, finances, health, personal development, professional development, and in their leadership abilities. Mostly, we'll focus on finances, health, and leadership. I'm also the creator of the Learn Leadership Model. And so we look at the L, we're looking at lead with your vision, as opposed to just trying to tell somebody, what to do. Lead with vision, or value education, that's the E. And then we look at continuous self-awareness, that's the A. And we focus on results while developing people, and that's the R. And then know what you value, KN, that's what we're looking at. So LEARN, the Learn Leadership Model. So I'm a certified personal development coach and a proud Army veteran. So I provide services through training workshops, panel discussions, speaking opportunities, group coaching programs, and of course within the Better You Academy for grown women. I'm also the author of Bronco Strong, a memoir of the last deployed Personal Services Battalion. And you can go directly to Amazon, order the book, and you also can go to BroncoStrongBook.com. I'm also the co-author of a Camouflaged Sisters Leadership Edition book. So I wrote one chapter, and with other military other leadership women within the military community. And that book will be released sometime in 2019. I'm kind of excited. Learn more about me, go to angelaodom.com. So the Better You Project, every day we're looking to improve ourselves. We are, I focus on women who are constantly giving of themselves. They're the ones that you look and you say, ooh, she's got it going on. And so I look at her and I was like, okay, so she's helping everyone else. Let me focus on her and allow her to develop a strategy that is going to propel her to the next level. I want to know what she wants because she's worried about what everybody else wants, right? So busy giving of herself. So the Better You Project is focused on that woman. And I know it's you. So we help grown women achieve success in their relationships, finances, health, personal development, professional development. We're talking about career and in their leadership abilities. As I mentioned earlier, we will focus primarily on leadership abilities, health, and finances, because when it's all said and done, that's really where we tend to focus most of our time and energy, right? You agree? Talk time topic today is an after action review for the Literary Lounge. It was a book selling opportunity. It was an opportunity for me to share the Bronco Strong story. And so I was down in Jacksonville, Florida. Before I left, last Tuesday, we did the 10 things to consider when you have a book event. We have an engagement. And this time we're going to wrap up, just look on the other side. What actually happened, what worked, what needs to be reevaluated. And, let's get ready to make improvement so we can move forward, right? There you go. That's what that Better You again. So the consideration one, why were you invited? Why was I invited? Then focus on bringing value for the reason you were invited to participate. And so this was the Florida and Bahamas State Cluster, and it was centered on women who were attending their state cluster, members of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. So all of the women in Florida and the Bahamas were there, and that was awesome. So I am one of the Delta authors on tour. I'm in the directory for the sorority for 2018 and 2019. And so the authors, the featured authors were selected and invited from the directory. And so we were able to share our individual stories with the women who were attending this event. And it was 2 days, and it was very well organized, and we really appreciated it. And so I want to focus on, for me, just looking at the after action review. So yes, I did focus on bringing value, and I understood the reason I was invited to participate. Consideration number 2. This is me at the behind the table, because you had to set up your table with your books, and so we sold T-shirts as well as the Bronco Strong book. And of course, the literary lounge. It was a formal program on the second day of the event. The hours were 4 to 8 on that Friday and 11:30 to 5 on that Saturday. So the second consideration is the before, during, and after task. And so, before, you want to make sure you get travel-related tasks addressed, lodging, where you're going to stay, how you're going to get there, when did you get there, food, what are you going to eat, contact friends or people in the area, coordinate with a goals friend, GOALS friend, to work at the table with you, someone that's dependable, someone who is able to communicate with every and anybody. You want someone who has the professionalism and who is kind, because I don't do mean, right? I want to be able to talk to everybody. And so I was fortunate to have another military retired colonel come help me, Tracy Crawford. So I'm very grateful for that. We served together, I think 2 or 3 different times. Yeah, 2 or 3 different times over our military career. So she is my goals friend. So we got some girlfriends we go hang out with and all that kind of stuff. We want to get some things done. Then let's get our goals friends, hang out with them. We want to also prep for the book related items and the table set up. We want to respond to any inquiries from the event organizers. That's before. And for during, while we're there on that Friday and that Saturday, we want to arrive early to set up. The setup was on Friday from 8 to 1. Well, I arrived the day prior, stayed with one of my mentors, got up early, and I was there at 8, prepared to set up. But I don't want the event organizers concerned or distracted and wondering if I'm going to show up. So showed up early, focused on sharing the Bronco Strong story with anybody that wanted to hear it, right? I shared contact details, have to remain present at the table throughout the event. I don't know if I did that so well on Friday because there wasn't a lot of people coming through. And so I just kind of leaned on the other authors, because you got to do bathroom breaks, right? You got to eat, all those kind of things. So you got to take that into consideration. And then Tracy came, she came for Friday. And so that was very helpful. And then Saturday, she stayed for Saturday. So to take photos, you want to ask people permission to share on social media. You don't want to just post people's pictures. Some people don't like that. So make sure before you you start posting pictures all over the place, you tell them what you're going to do with it. And then you want to engage with other authors and event organizers. I did that very well. I believe so. I had conversations, supported them, and asked how we might be able to collaborate in the future. So after the event was over, unpack the car, prepare for the next event, which means like a go bag, right? When I was in the military, when I was in the Army, I was in one unit where we had to be prepared to deploy within the 72 hours of being notified. We had to be prepared to deploy anywhere in the world within 72 hours. And so we had a go bag, which means you had a bag that I had everything you needed in it. So you won't have to fumble around like, oh, what about this? What about that? No. So prepare for the next event. So that's one of the things I did not do well before. And actually Tracy, my goals friend at the table, we talked about it, strategy, and she actually looked at some of the things, some gaps I had in my table setup, right? And I'm going to share some of those with you. And we talked about preparing for the next event as soon as, return home, right? And they want to send thank you notes, and you want to tag others in social media photos. And there's several things I'm sure that you can come up with, but this is just a quick after action review right now. And then consideration number 3 really is you want to be on time. And so I was, I'm a stickler for time, so I definitely was there. I almost missed a group photo shot because I was actually supporting someone else somewhere in another part of the event. But I made all of the required events. Okay, so you want to be on time. You want to understand what's going on. There's going to be things that are not, that come up that are not documented, like you didn't know. So you want to keep in contact with the event organizers for that, right? And then consideration 4 is your platform. You want to review and update your social media sites, Google yourself and your brand, because that's exactly what's going to happen. People are going to Google you. They're going to look you up, right? They're going to test those email addresses, all of those things. So make sure that you have all those things updated. So for your platform, so for me, this is my Facebook page. You go to just go into Angela M. Odom 66 and put that in, and you'll come direct to the page. And also you want to, look at Instagram, go to _AMODOM, and you will see me there. I invite you to come by. So I took a look at my website, which is angelaodom.com, and the Instagram and the Facebook. Also on the, you want to take a look at your brand. Just put in I put in the Better You project to see what's coming up. I look at the BRONCO Strong book to see what's coming up, and you want to just make sure you are aware of what people will see, right? You don't want any uh-ohs or oops. I still have some work to do. However, I'm pretty happy with at least this step. So we make we take small steps, which lead to a big impact. So over time, I expect to get better on this. Consideration number 5 is the electronic press kit. And I must say that I missed the boat on this, right? So I have this, and when I got to the event, to the venue, my goals friend, GOALS, Tracy, she says, "What are you doing scratching out the numbers?" What are you doing? So my number, the contact number is, it's still up and viable. It's just that I don't check that number that often. How about that? So the number is 254-291-0866, which should be on my contact sheet. So I have to update those things, but it was good for me to pull it out and look at it. Okay, so make sure you have your items updated. Consideration number 6 is to establish open communication with the event representative, right? Because you're building a reputation with the entire organization. So whatever you're saying to them, you got to know that they're repeating it to someone else. So the event coordinator requested from me and all the authors prior to the event, asked for the headshot, professional headshot. So don't send a picture of you like a selfie. Don't send you a selfie. No, send like a professional headshot. She requested that once, and then a book cover. She requested that once. But she actually requested my bio 3 separate times. So I feel like I messed that up, right? And so I wanted to just bring that to your attention. You can have, just give them what they want the first time so they're not asking you the question over and over. Once, the first time I included it within the email, it was just verbiage. I assumed they were looking for an attachment because she asked me the second time. I sent it the second time. And then she asked for it a third time. I was like, oh my God, I'm messing this up. So then when I talked to her at the event, she said she had like, you know, a couple thousand emails just on the entire event, not just on the literary lounge, which I was a part of, right? So the event, there was a 2-day event. And so they had all these items to consider, the planning committee, right? And the literary lounge was just like this little teeny bit of it, right? Because they had venue, they had, you know, other vendors and VIPs and workshops. It was amazing. It was an amazing event. And so you just want to be aware of what they might be dealing with. So anyway, I know that I could have done that better, right? Consideration number 7, nail down your elevator pitch. You know, who are you? What do you do? So based on the feedback I received from the other authors, the people in attendance, the event organizers, and my goals friend, my elevator pitch was effective. So I was able to clearly and quickly and efficiently, you know, share the Bronco Song book, the reason, inspiration behind writing the book, how they could get it, who is it for, the audience, you know, all those things. And so I was able to do that effectively. And then, you know, the attire. So it was a 2-day event. The first day was like a dress down day. And so I did wear the Bronco Song t-shirt, was just some winter pants, right? And then the next day, I dressed appropriate, you know, more appropriately for the day. It was a business day, so I did that. And that's just one of the. This picture right here is of Gloria, who she and I attended our personal development life coach certification together. We both went through the 6-month program and achieved our certification in January 2017. And she lived in the area. So she reached out and she's like, I'm coming to support you. Bam! How cool is that? And so that was great. And the book she has, I had signed it in November of 2016. And she brought that. So that was so awesome. It was good to have her there and have that support. So the attire, make sure you know how to dress appropriately and lay out all your clothes for each day, so that you make the event organizers proud, right? And then consideration number 9, of course, there's 10 considerations and we're almost there. So you're on an interview for the next gig, right? So you want to conduct yourself in a manner which they'll invite you back, or you will have made an impression on the attendees. So they invite you to other events. And so you let them know that you can, you're able to speak on certain topics. You're able to present training workshops, and you were able to sit on panels. And you talk to them about that and make sure, you don't have to talk to them about price at that point, but you make sure that they know that you are prepared to come in, do a great job, a dynamic job at their event. Okay. And then you want to be kind and bring value. So this is number 10. This is an after action review for the Literary Lounge book selling opportunity I participated in last weekend. I was a featured author at the Florida and Bahamas State Cluster. This was for members of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated who live in the state of Florida and also in the Bahamas. They met for their conference, and I was invited to be a featured author. So that last one, be kind and bring value. So, this is not, so you're going there because you've been invited to go. So you want to be kind. Don't go acting like you're like queen of the city or something, right? You go and you get in where you fit in, and you help people, you bring value, and you be prepared to read excerpts from your book if that's what they ask, or you are prepared to support others. You're prepared to share your story. You're prepared to be on time. You bring value, right? You add to the event and smile, right? Don't complain about anything out loud unless it is egregious. And I did not find that situation. So, okay, does that make sense to you? And now we'll just go ahead and wrap up. So So talk time with the Better You Project every Tuesday at noon. And I'm going to tell you next Tuesday. Next Tuesday is the 29th. We're going to do it really early. We won't meet at noon next Tuesday because I am blessed to be going on a 3-day girls getaway trip with Oprah and Gail next week. So I'll be flying. I'll actually be on a flight next Tuesday at noon, headed down, to the port, right? And so we're going to do it early. So it'll probably be about 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. I'll put that out to you. But I want to just let you know that I'll see you next Tuesday. It'll just be a different time. Okay. So in the meantime, you can go ahead and sign up for our next event. And that's we're going to discuss the former First Lady Michelle Obama's memoir, Becoming. We're going to do that at 9 p.m. Via Zoom, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm on the East Coast, right? And so you're going to join me and other like-minded women the first 3 Wednesdays in February. So that's February 6th, 13th, and 20th. And we're going to do it over Zoom. You got to sign up. You got to have your own book, right? So you go to angelaodom.com. Actually, if you just go up to the top of that page, and you can click right there and follow the steps. We want to make sure you get your reading guide, right? Yeah. So we're going to do that. We're going to do 1 hour, and we're focusing. Each week is focusing on different parts of the book. So the first part, February 6th, that Wednesday is on Becoming, and then on February 13th, Becoming Us, and February 20th, Becoming More, right? That's what we're doing. So I'll be your moderator, and looking forward to, of course, I've read the books. This is our second time doing this. The first time we did everything in 1 hour. That was a lot. So I'm Angela Odom, and I invite you to join us on the online book discussion of Michelle Obama's memoir, Becoming. You got to sign up. Okay, and so now what you can do is join us in the Better You community for grown women. Just go to grownwomenbetteryou.com, and then you ask to join, and we will continue there. So with that said, it has been indeed my pleasure to share with you the After Action Review, to talk time in the Better You Project. So every Tuesday, you want to meet. If you have some other topics you'd like to discuss, just put them down in the comments below. Let me know how this is resonating with you. Again, I'm Angela Odom, and I am the founder of the Better You Project and the creator of the Learn Leadership Model. We're looking forward to talking with you on next Tuesday. And as always, I'm rooting for you. Take care. See you next Tuesday.